Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yak Chicago's finest, man. Yak Chicago's finest. What's up with you people? Y'all see the title? Man, I just got my feelings hurt by somebody I go to bat for every second of the day.
You call me?
They don't understand God's word and just went ham on your boy, man. Let's talk about it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What up, what up, what up? Yak Chicago's finest, man. Yak Chicago's finest. Man, y'all see the title, man. Y'all see the title. Who comes first? Your spouse, whom you married and committed your entire everything to, or the kids? Man, I know the answer to this, right? I just had a debate slash, I just got cursed out by my stepdaughter. Hold on, DBN. Yeah, what's good, man? What's up, bro, man? I had to go live on this one, man. Man, me and my stepdaughter just she was having a debate. I was speaking facts. She said, I don't feel as though you should come before me with my mother. I go pull up the Bible. I said, what does that say? I said, it's written. It says nothing against you. I say, you know what I mean? I'm like, this is God's word. This is law of the land. It has nothing to do with how you feel. And she goes ham about this. Ain't no way anybody should come before a person's kid. I said, let me explain something. I said, my wife comes before my mother. My wife comes before my kids. And that's just a reality. You know what I mean? And I said, yeah, I'm trying to explain to her. Now, mind you, she's 30. She's 30. I'm trying to explain to her. I said, man, let me explain to you like this. We took vows. When someone gets married, they take vows to commit completely, totally to the next person. And if you're not willing to do that, you should not get married. And I'm trying to explain this in the calmest manner as possible, because she's kind of escalated in voice. And I'm like, man, come on, baby girl, chill out. And it wouldn't register. She said, well, I was here this amount of years. I say, man, you know what I mean? The word says, you're committed to your child until they're 18. You're committed to your spouse until the day you die. That's just a fact. You know what I mean? That's just a fact. You have to understand. You got to get out of your personal anything. I say, now, let me explain to you like this. Now, as far as me coming before you with your mother, my duty as a man is to always make sure you are completely and totally taken care of to the best of our ability. You not pushed to the side or nothing. You not. That's not the case. But we took some vows, man. I took vows to, man, for better, worse, sickness, all of that shit. My wife supersedes everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything. Oh no, that's a tough one. But when you put it like that, what you said made perfect sense. Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. It's like, man, I'm not saying you don't matter. That's not what the fuck I'm saying. And my duty is to make sure my wife's kids, I provide and protect for them like I spit them motherfuckers out my motherfucking testicles. And my wife does the same with my kids. They don't cut. Yes, it's a pecking order, but that don't mean you motherfuckers is eradicated. That's not what that means. I took a vow to, man, committed to this lady. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, and this, she just, man, man, you sipping right now. So I gave her a little pass. I ain't even flex back on her, but I got some for her ass in the morning. When she calmed my little fucking nerve, she goes ham. And I'm like, man, I say, this is the reality. That's why a lot of people shouldn't be married, because a lot of people doesn't understand the severity and the seriousness of marriage. I don't get married just to say I married somebody. You understand? You get married, you are totally committed and bonded with that person to death do you part. That shit is written. You understand? It is written, man. And a lot of people get married just to say they got married and not understanding what the commitment of marriage. You know what I mean? Listen, man, that is a very serious and major step that you take in your life. And a lot of people devalue it and just take it for granted how serious those words are. It is man, woman, and child. Yes. Yes, man. And I wind up, she say, I can ask anybody and nobody's going to agree with you on that. I said, what the fucking fantasy world you living in, man? Like what? I'm like, man, and I ain't no Bible bumper. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not no dude I ain't no Bible bumper. I ain't finna throw the word at you like that. But I'm like, man, I said, it's a pecking order, man. It's a pecking order. That's a reality. I said, man, but I'm not saying you don't matter. No, that's not what the fuck I'm saying. I'm not saying my kids don't matter. I love my kids. I kill everything walking for my kids. I kill everything walking for her. Look, nutcase ass. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, man, it's a pecking order. And that's the law of the land. That's the law of survival. That's the law of household. That's the law of how we keep this shit fucking moving. It's just a reality. Now, of course, it's when you're dealing with a situation where you have a spouse that's just totally violating and your kids doesn't matter, of course you need to make a decision and change a scenario of what the fuck is allowed and not allowed. Totally understand that. I'm all on board for that. You know what I mean, man? Blessing to the chat, man. Word. You're a married man, man. You're a married. I got a married man right here as well. I just had it started out as a statement. It started out as a rebuttal to a statement she made. And then it turned to a debate. Then it turned to a tongue lashing that she gave me. She can't visualize me, that who married her mother and take vows to her mother, that I come before she did. She can't understand it. And I'm like, and as my duty as a man, I make sure you're not shunned or no shit. You're not X'd out of nothing. The pecking order says it is written. You know what I mean? It is fucking written. The spouse take vows till death do you part. You are committed to your child until they're 18. You are committed to your spouse till death do you part. It doesn't register. It can't register to her that she said, well, I was here X amount of years before you and her got together. That don't mean nothing. And she hit the ceiling, man. I'm like, man, she's sipping on this Douce over here. So I gave her a pass. I ain't give her a tongue lashing back and then. But in the morning, I got something for her motherfucking ass. Boy, I tell you. Right? But I'm trying to explain. So I'm like, man, I said, that's the problem. And that's I didn't say it to her because I know it would have been a low blow. But you made it make sense once you said death do us part. Exactly, man. Give me it exactly. And it's like, man, I could have easily went, man, I'm a grown-ass man. That's why your marriage didn't work. You didn't commit to the spouse when you took those vows. That's why your marriage did not work. Your spouse comes before any and everything, man. Any and everything, man. And that's just, it's that simple. And if you're not willing to commit to that, and if you're not willing to live by that law of the land, you should not get married. You should not get married. And that's the reality, man. I love my mama to death. Man, I give my life up for my mother. I give my life up for my kids. But I also would give my life up for my wife. And if it's a pecking order, if they all standing in a line, I got to cover wifey first. Hard as that may fucking be. Hard as that may fucking be. You know what I mean? I look at shit in reality time, man. Like, of course, we would hope that would never be a scenario, but that's a reality of the vows that I took. That's the commitment to those vows that I took. All right, the word. What happens when the kids leave? Who you with? The kids grow older and start their own families. Exactly, bro. Exactly. And I'm trying to explain to her in a, how can I say, the most realistic way possible. Exactly, right? You know what I mean? The most realistic way possible, the most simplest way possible, the most kindest way possible. And she jumped out there like she put her Timbo boots on, like ready to fight me. Yo, when I say ready to fight, I received a tongue lashing. I received a major tongue lashing. And I'm like, whoa. And my wife is sleeping at the time. I'm like, I'm not going to wake my wife up. we're going to explain this one to you in the morning. After that, Duce to wore off your ass. So the Duce telling her right now, she succumbed. But I said, man, it's just not a reality, man. I said, but that probably is the reason a lot of marriages doesn't work, because people are taking commitments and vows that they really don't understand and or mean. You hear me? People are taking vows that they really do not understand and or fucking mean. I meant those, man. I meant those when I took those. You know what I'm saying? I meant them vows that I said to my wife, man. I appreciate you, bro. The patience and understanding you displayed, you set examples of. Man, I have to, bro. I have to. Man, she wind up being. I'm gonna check her ass in the morning. I'm gonna check that. It hurt. Matter of fact, her ex-husband lives right in the same vicinity. He comes out of the house and he like, that's why our marriage didn't work. I'm not gonna say that shit because I'm not trying to hurt her feelings. I'm trying to lift her at all times. I'm trying to build her up at all times. I'm never trying to destroy her. I'm trying to build her ass up to be the best her all the time. Not sometimes, all the time. But that's what I was trying to explain to her. Like, listen, yes, your mother birthed you. That man, that's not unexplainable. That's understood. But the reality of it is, me and your mom has committed ourselves to each other no matter what. But my duty as a man, I said, this is where you not X'd out. My duty as a man is to provide, protect, and put a sanctuary around your ass where you are, man, you right there with us, but it's a pecking order, man. Like, come on. It's a fucking pecking order. And that's just, like, come on, man. It's just, you better get about this fucking fantasy island shit you on. When you first mentioned the topic, I can't front. I said, my babies immediately. But that changed when you brought up the vows. Man, like, seriously, man, it's like, and I understand that. But that's the part, a lot of people, man, if I'm dating a woman, yeah, my damn kids supersede it's not a question. We're not dating. We ain't shacking up together. We ain't pillow hopping and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's my wife. I committed, man. I committed everything to her. You understand, man? I committed completely to it. I'm trying to, now mind you, she's a little spoiled little fuck, but I had to refrain from checking her ass how she probably should have been checked. Let me say it that way. I should have really checked the hell out of her, but that's not gonna happen. You got to know the people you're dealing with. You have to know the mentality of the people you're dealing with. You have to know the emotional fucking roller coaster ride of the people you're dealing with. Me checking her ass with some direct reality shit, that would have did nothing but hurt her. And then I wouldn't have been living up to my part as the man that married her mother, and I'm obligated to build her ass up and not tear her down. You understand what I'm saying? So that wouldn't that's when I had to tuck my pride in, because, man, sometimes, man, pride ain't needed. Sometimes reality of the situation supersedes the pride factor, supersedes the ego. Because, man, yeah, she's screaming and yelling and we having a disagreement tonight, but from still tonight, I wouldn't let a fucking thing happen to her. Still tonight, I'm going to make sure every possible way she's provided for, protected, and uplifted, even after she just violated me verbally. You understand what I'm saying? That's the commitment I took. Your ass is an attachment to my wife with your crazy motherfucking ass. But your stepdaddy crazy than a motherfucker too. But I understand the real. You know what I'm saying? So I let her get them. She go slamming doors. She's shutting curtains and shit. I'm like, yo. I'm like, are you serious? But it's like, man, people have to, and I'm not a Bible bumper, excuse me, at all whatsoever, but it's certain laws of the land that we have to live by to, man, stay and keep everything in order, man. It's an order to certain stuff, man. And it's not what you say all the time. It's how you say it. Exactly, man. Exactly. And, man, from what I was smoothing it over, even saying, no, man. It's me and the wife, he come before any of y'all. And I made sure I overexerted. She comes before my mama. She comes before my kids. I overstressed this. So she wouldn't feel like it was just one-sided. No. I love my 3 baby girls to, man. I'd take my last breath right now for any of them. And she's included in that. That's the part this little nutcase has not understanding. I give myself before something happens to her as well. But it's still a pecking order. You know what I mean? Like, man, that did not register. You know what I mean? And I'm like, man, I'm gonna get to you. I gotta act like I'm putting a nipple in your damn mouth tonight, even though your monkey ass 30 years old. That's beside the point. My duty is to school you. My duty is to sharpen up your mental. My duty is to build you up to be the best woman that you could possibly be. And my duty is to, man, make sure you get you a nigga that's just as thorough and firm as your stepdaddy is. You understand? I'm making sure I drill in your head what you need to expect at all times from a man when you make that commitment again. If the man you with don't make that commitment, you shouldn't be with him. It's that simple. It's that simple. I'm giving you the crash course at this shit. Cause, man, it's a reality. I don't know I'm not a good pretender. You know what I mean? I don't do play too good. You know what I mean? I don't know how to play fight. I don't know how to play argue. I don't know how to play lie or play telling the truth. You know what I'm saying, man? I don't know. I don't gotta, man, I'm not a good liar. Motherfucker gonna know when I'm lying off the rip. You know what I mean? I don't even attempt to try to lie, because I ain't a good liar at all. I'm telling you the actual facts, the truth, and nature, the law of the land. This shit ain't physics for real. You know what I mean? So, man, get out your damn feelings, get the titty out your mouth, and warm it up. And, man, understand, man, me and your mama got your ass regardless, the same way we got you right now. The same way I always got you. I go to bat. I argue with my damn wife about your little spoiled ass so much, and I over fucking exert to make sure your ass is good. And you gonna come for my neck? Are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? I don't treat you, I say stepdaughter, but I don't treat her like a stepdaughter. I treat her the same way I treat my daughters. She's my daughter as well. You know what I'm saying? I give her the same push, the same energy, the same everything as I do the ones I spit up out my ball sack. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. I ain't no man sometime. I'm a man all the time. I'm a grown-ass man all the time. 365, 24 hours a day. I don't waver on certain stuff. And it's like, man, I just had to come in here and base up with y'all because I couldn't do it with her. You know what I'm saying? Me doing it with her, I'd have broke her down. And I ain't trying to break her down. I want to build her ass up. I want her to be the best thing she could possibly be. You know what I'm saying? Build the mind, body, and soul all the way fucking up where, man, she's impenetrable. You know what I mean? That's my duty. That's the part she not understand. I said, man, do you know the commitment I took to my wife? I said, you're part of that. My duty is to make y'all be impenetrable. That word, impenetrable, that's my duty, man. On all aspects and all levels of life, man. And I mean that shit. I ain't just saying that. I mean it, man. I mean what I say. Like, seriously. I don't know how to play, I don't know how to halfway do nothing. I don't know how to halfway do nothing, man. For real, for real. But it's like, man, I just had to vent for a minute, and I appreciate y'all giving me y'all ears and input. And DBN, you was ready to get all up on my back, wasn't you? you was ready to go in with him with the pom-pom. Stop that bullshit, man. Straight up, stop that bullshit. But, man, I appreciate y'all, man. The word, DBN, everybody, man. I just had to, just tap in, vent a little something, just to get it up off the chest. For real, for real. I'm just messing with you, man. I see she just cut her light on. Now she opening the door. Now I'm sitting in the car and I'm just sitting there. She gonna make her way out here to speak to me. And when I speak to her, I'm gonna let her hear this motherfucker, playing this for her. And then I'm gonna break it down to her even softer than I did the first time. You know what I mean, man? That's what we do. And that's the duties we have as parents. That's the type of shit we have to do, even when they grown ass and still trying to be babies. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Man, but I appreciate everybody, man. It's always love. Y'all already know it, man. Jack Chicago's finest, man. Thank y'all, DBN, man. Y'all be easy, man. Enjoy the rest of it. Man, enjoy going into the mob. For real, for real. Everybody be safe, man. Nothing but love. One. Appreciate you, people.